Hi, Andrew. We're in front of the Imperial Theatre about to see
Nice Work,
If You Can Get It.
starring Matthew Broderick, who you might know from a small film entitled Mr. Bueller Takes the Day Off.
And also many shows. You've seen him many times on Broadway.
He's one of these Hollywood guys that has really proven himself on Broadway, but not every time. I just hope that you don't take the day off tonight.
It also stars Kelly
O'Hara.
Yes.
Of course, the real stars of this show are George and Ira Gershwin, who did the music and lyrics.
Yeah, it's a new musical.
Right.
And it's made to look like an older musical.
Yes, kind of like
Drowsy Chaperone.
the chaperone who fell asleep a lot.
Let's go inside. We'll see you at Intermission.
Let's go get some nice work done in there.
And it's Intermission here. The story, if there is a story, it's barely there. It's a rich playboy who gets married many times and then finally falls in love with the wrong girl at the wrong time.
The thing is, he's got to get married, otherwise he won't get to inherit the family fortune. Speaking of plot, have you already figured out what all the twists and turns are going to be? I did in about 30 minutes. It's a little disappointing in that respect.
There's a lot of music, and one thing that I'm walking away from is I really have an amazing love for the music of Ira and George Gershwin.
I like New York in June, and I also appreciate a Gershwin tune. But I do prefer them when they're sung well. I don't know if I'm irritated by Matthew Broderick's character. He plays a sort of ineffectual, unintellectual sort of buffoon who sort of coasts through life.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's either nailing it or, like every other trust fund, trustafarian rich kid, he's letting everyone else do all the work. For an era that featured songs which had actual narratives, there's very little rhyme or reason to the way the songs are fit into the narrative of the show.
The best examples of the songs fitting in is when they almost mockingly make it fit in and they subconsciously say,
yeah,
oh, we're going to sing a song here and it doesn't really make much sense. That's the best part.
And they kind of just cram it in. It's just not as clever as a lot of other shows that have done this sort of thing. I'm really on the fence about this.
I think it's going to all up to the second act.
Let's see if this work gets any nicer and if we can get it.
We just got out of the show. The second act did improve. It was much more entertaining, I thought, than the second act, but at the same time, it still didn't go as far as it should have gone.
But that just makes me dislike the show more. The second act opens with a fantastic dance number featuring none of the leads and none of even the secondary character, just the dancers, and it shows you how lackluster the scene closer of the first act was. Judy Kaye, who plays the prohibitionist, and Michael McGrath steal the show.
Yeah.
I can see the leads in this show saying it's so hard to find decent help these days, and yet they found some excellent help right here.
Also, Derek McLean, who is the set designer, really phenomenal job. It was a pleasure to be watching the scenery, even though what was going on in front of it was a bit lackluster. I'm walking away with this with a deeper appreciation for the Gershwins. Unfortunately, the music wasn't
integrated
into the actual storyline.
I would give this a yellow light because I feel it's just neither here nor there. But to me, the only thing worse than being bad is being mediocre, so this is just a red light for me.
I would say a yellow light. It does have some amazing pieces of music in it, amazing set. It's lighthearted, it's all fluff. Yellow light and red light, nice work if you can get it. Starring Matthew Broderick and Kelly O'Hara.
I like a Gershwin tune, but I prefer it if you can croon.
Ah.